Thomas, good evening.
How you doing, guys?
I'm good, Tommy. How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I was trying to talk about Harry Kane. I think you guys were talking about perhaps why the really big clubs in the world don't seem to be too interested in him. But I think one of the reasons the likes of Barca and Real might not be is that, he doesn't have that sort of superstar feel about him just yet. If you look at the players that these clubs sign, they're Galacticos, Beckham, Ronaldo, Bale. They look like film stars. Neymar.
Modric.
Neymar. Yeah, okay. You can pick out one against many others, but
isn't that the point?
God in Brazil. Yeah, but these clubs can sign any player in the world. If they're going to spend 100 million, 125 million on a striker, they may as well get someone with the whole package.
Like what?
He's not,
what do you mean, the looks as well?
Harry Kane,
Are you telling me that Real Madrid sign players for their looks?
No.
Well, what are you saying then? Listen, Benzema's a good player, right? He's not. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have too much trouble with the ladies. Yeah. But if he wasn't a footballer, he might just struggle.
I'd say Di Maria's probably not the best looking lad I've ever seen.
No, you can't tell me that when Real Madrid signed David Beckham, they was just after David Beckham, the footballer, nothing else whatsoever. They wasn't involved.
If he had two left feet, Tom, if he had two left feet,
they're thinking at all.
If they had two left feet, do you think they would have signed him? If he couldn't cross a ball into the box, do you think they'd have signed him?
No, but what you're doing is you're taking it to completely the other end of the scale, ain't you, to make an argument?
We're just proving a point. We're just naming great players. Frank Ribery. There you go, another one's popped into my head.
Yeah, well, when did Real Madrid sign Ribery?
Well, he's a bit of a, he's a star in his own right at one of the biggest clubs in the world. I mean, are you just saying
Real Madrid ain't paid 100 million for him, have they?
Okay, are you saying only Real Madrid?
Well, I think if you look at how many clubs in the world could realistically afford Harry Kane? How many clubs in the world are going to pay 100 million for Harry Kane?
Real,
Barcelona, Real Madrid. Who else is there?
Well, Messi's no oil painting.
Well,
I can't believe we're talking about this.
Oh, Suarez, what about his overbites?
About Tevez.
No. You're missing the point. You're missing the point. You're talking about the way they look. I'm not saying it's the way they look.
No, Tom, you started that, to be fair.
No. I'm saying how marketable the player is. And Harry Kane, he's not like a superstar. Those clubs are not going to be interested in Harry Kane.
Why not? Okay. What's the difference?
Hold on, I've got one word for you, all right?
Go on.
Ronaldinho.
Yeah. I like what you're doing, but you're missing the point.
No, we're not.
Proving a point, Tom.
Tom, okay.
No. You're talking about the way the player looks. I'm not talking about the way...
What are you talking about then?
What I'm talking about is Harry Kane.
Yeah?
Harry Kane went out and signed for Real Madrid.
Yeah. Why not?
Half of them won't even know who he is.
What are you on about? What's the difference between Real Madrid signing Gareth Bale and Harry Kane both making world record fee? What is the difference?
No, come on, there's a big difference.
What is it? You tell me then.
Just look at the way Gareth Bale comes across compared to Harry Kane.
Well, how does he come across different? What's the difference?
Just looks like a superstar, doesn't he?
You come back to looks again, Tom. You didn't want to have this argument. You're choosing the battlefield here, and we've just come up with...
I've just chosen the least marketable side with Ronaldinho, with Tevez.
Do you know what we should do tonight? We should do...
Ugly 11.
But the best players in the world.
I know who centre-half is.
The best...
I'll tell you what, if you did the best team in the world, look at the players you'd have in it. Ramos...
No, we're talking about the ugly 11 here, Tom. You've started.
Tom, what position do you play, Tom? Tom, what position do you play? I'll put you straight in.
In goal.
You go, okay. Tom, the goalkeeper. There you go. Tom, you don't honestly think that a club would not buy a player who is world class because they don't look good?
No, what I don't think a club like Real Madrid or Barcelona would do is pay 100 million for a player that's not marketable. That's why they sign players like James Rodriguez. Look at the player.
Why is Harry Kane not marketable? Tell me why he's not.
Just look at the way he looks. Come on.
Sorry, is this Tom or have we got Brad Pitt on the line?
Is this Tom Cruise we're speaking to?
So you're missing the point. I'm not saying it because I don't like Harry Kane. I don't like Harry Kane.
No, it sounds like you love him.
I'm not a big fan of him at all. He's obviously a good player, but if he thinks he's ever going to play for Barcelona or Real Madrid or any
Tom, we're mentioning
Europe, it's not going to happen.
But Tom, we're mentioning world-class players. Ronaldinho, that went to Barcelona, was their biggest superstar. Right? He sold millions of pounds. Why do you think Nike signed him up? He made untold millions of pounds based on his face and his skills.
No, I think you're missing the point. If you look at someone like Pogba, Manchester United have not bought Pogba for that amount of money because he's the best centre midfield player in the world, have they? Not the best centre midfield player in the world.
You think they bought because of his looks?
Well, he's dabbing.
They didn't sign Modric. They wanted Pogba because he's like a superstar, and that's what they want. Everything that comes with it. That's why they sign players.
So why did they sign Di Maria? Why did they sign him?
Yeah, but you're going to you're making one argument every other way. That's what you're doing. Every time I say one thing, you're picking a player.
That proves you're talking nonsense, doesn't it? If we couldn't do that, you'd have a point.
Do you know when it'd be proven? When Harry Kane's at Tottenham for the rest of his career. That's when it'd be proven. You have a club come in for Harry Kane.
Okay, judging by what you're saying, Tom, why didn't Jamie Redknapp then play for Real Madrid?
Because he wasn't good enough, was he? But what's saying, Real Madrid, they don't go around buying all the best-looking players. But when they go and buy a player, they say, "Oh, should we sign Harry Kane for 100 million, or should we get someone who's more marketable for 100 million, like Pogba?" That's what they do. That's what these clubs do. They go for those players. That's why they sign those players. So you watch the next big money signing that goes to Real Madrid or Barcelona. It will be a hugely marketable.
Okay, who's it going to be then? Name that player.
Suarez. He ain't a.
Name the player.
Suarez?
Superstars, ain't they? Yeah,
name the player. Name the player that Real Madrid should, in your opinion, that's got the whole package, including the film star looks. Who is he?
Aguero. You've lost. You've got nothing to say, have you?
No, he's good.
I can't believe what I'm hearing, Tom.
Listen, he's a good-looking boy, but I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's a great.
I can't believe, Tom.
Striker.
Tom, you're basing your argument.
Scores as many goals, more marketable. Superstar in his own country.
Do you work in marketing?
Kane off his country can't stand him.
Tom, do you work in marketing?
No.
So how do you know what's marketable and what isn't?
Right. So you don't. So what, do you think Paul Pogba's marketable?
No, I'm asking you how you know. You're telling me. I'm not telling you. You're telling me Kane isn't. So I'm asking you how you know that.
Because I'm basing it on what I've seen previously.
No, but you're telling me about his ability on the pitch. You're telling me that Harry Kane as a person isn't marketable, and I'm asking you how you know that.
Well, because I'm basing it on the type of person I think he looks like against other players.
When you laugh at your own argument, you know you've lost.
You know you're in a cul-de-sac here, Tom.
And this is what you do. You people phone up with a good point, and then you sort of gang up on them and twist it round.
A good point.
You signed Nigel Winterburn, didn't you, Tom?
Yeah, well, you can't talk about the players we've signed, can you?
Tom, thank you for your call.
Cheers, Tom.
I mean, I've heard some strange calls in my time at TalkSport, but that is one of the most bizarre, isn't it?